Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And so for today, basically I wanted to dive in a little bit deeper about the tips and tricks section of the video that I did regarding why I really like Google Fi. And this happens to be one of the main reasons why I really like Google Fi. The fact is that yes, I have multiple lines on my account, but I'm only paying for one. And for those people who know this already and understand, yeah, you guys understand it. But there are consumers out there who quite don't understand what I'm talking about. So I'm going to show you guys. But here's two of my phones. My Pixel 3 has my main number connected to it. So phone calls, text messaging goes through this. And this has the ability to switch between Sprint, T-Mobile, and US Cellular. Now this one right here, my Nexus 5X, as you guys can see at the top there, has LTE, but it only connects to the T-Mobile network because this has the data-only SIM card. So literally, this phone is pulling data from the network, so I'm able to use it. And the data that's used on this is counted towards my Pixel 3 device and what it uses. So basically, it's like sharing data. And the reason why that is because let me just launch the Google Fi app here. And okay, so I have a better configure right now, so that way my number is not shown. But as you guys can see, I have 3 data-only SIM cards right here. 2 of them are in my son's phones, and this one, which is I named it spare line data, so I know which SIM card is which. That one is in my Nexus 5X, which you guys can see is active with data pulling LTE. Now, data-only SIM cards can only connect to the T-Mobile network. They don't have the smart switch capabilities to connect to Sprint or US Cellular, but this is how I have multiple lines, and I'm only paying for one line. I do it this way. And you can always, when you're on Google Fi and you go into manage plan, you hit add data only SIM, you can always order a data only SIM card. So as you guys can see, I have 3 right here. I have another pack that I have not activated just yet. I may do that if I need to, but right now I just have it as a backup SIM so I don't have to keep ordering them. But yes, all 3 of these data only SIM lines pull data, and it's counted towards the data that's used on my main device here. So it's as if this is using data. And it is actually using data too. It's not like you have to choose between each one. Now that I kicked it off Wi-Fi, LTE, and LTE. So they both have LTE. And this is what I mean by you can be quirky with Google Fi. So if you have teenage kids and they only really use data, they don't really call you, you can do something like this with Google Fi where, you as the parent have the main line with the phone number. They can set up a Google Voice number with Google Voice and basically use that with Hangouts. Now with me, I like using Hangouts for all-in-one. So it allows me to really get phone calls on this phone and on this phone because the phone calls is using LTE. Text messages is using LTE, so it doesn't matter. I can leave this phone at home and just grab my Nexus 5X and go out for the day. Sure, I'm not able to smart switch with this device and get Sprint's connection. It would only be connected to T-Mobile, but I would still have data to use, data to surf, data to stream, data to text and phone calls. So literally, it doesn't really matter which phone I grab. I can grab either one of these, and my phone number will still ring because I use Hangouts as my all-in-one for phone, text messaging, and chat. So all that, it just simplifies things, makes it much more easier. I can have it in my Pixel 1, which I'm recording this video with. I can have a data-only SIM in that phone. So really, I don't have to just be popping SIM cards out and putting it in different phones. I can just grab a phone off my desk and helimai off to work or wherever I want to go, and it's all good. I will get my texts, my phone calls, or whatever. I can always carry all these phones with me, and so if one dies and I don't have a power bank or a charger, then I can just whip out my other phone, turn it on, and use it and continue throughout my day. So that's what I mean by Google Fi being a bit quirky, is that you can do this, or you can have data-only SIM lines for the kids that use data mostly and not really phone calls and text. And if they really needed phone calls and text, set them up with Google Voice, and they're good to go. So that is what I meant by my tips and tricks, the quirkiness, being able to use multiple devices, have multiple devices active, with only having one active line with Google Fi. So that's my explanation for the tips and tricks for those who did not understand it in the previous video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section of the video. And if you guys have anything you guys want to add on to it, go ahead and leave that in the comment section. I'll definitely check it out and read it. And if you just found my channel and subscribed, thank you for doing so. Really appreciate that. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I upload another video. And as always, have a great weekend. Aloha.